Welcome to our presentation on improving civics education K-12 and beyond. I'm Betsy Patterson, the current president of the League of Women Voters of Ventura County. At this time, I'd like to share with you what we have learned and some ideas we are considering. During the November 2020 election, several of our members worked in the vote centers and were amazed at what voters did not know about the election process or how our government works. Plus, there was a noticeable lack of trust in the election process before, during, and even after the election. It seemed that we could help raise awareness and educate voters. The question was how to do it. We began learning about what else was going on around the country and in California. We considered how to meet these voters and community members who were affected by elections. Social media, classrooms, community events, and workplaces were a few of the options. We also considered how a knowledge of civics related to other projects that we were pursuing. They all seemed to be interrelated with civics education. I would like to share with you some of the resources we have found. Nationally, there are several groups working on improving civics education. Educating for American Democracy represents a year-long, highly collaborative process involving over 300 academics, historians, political scientists, K-12 educators, district and state administrators, civics providers, students, and others from across the country, led by principal investigators from Harvard University, Arizona State University, Circle, Tufts University, iCivics, and the Arizona Department of Education. EAD published its roadmap in March of 2021. It is neither a set of curriculum or standards or a curriculum, but instead an inquiry-based content framework that weaves history and civics together and inspires students to learn by asking difficult questions, then seeking answers in the classroom through facts and discussion throughout grades K through 12. Currently, there are 140 champion organizations supporting the EAD roadmap. The League of Women Voters could be one too. The Center for Information and Research on Civic Learning and Engagement, or CIRCLE, is based at Tufts University and has been collecting data looking at youth civic engagement and education. iCivics, founded by Sandra Day O'Connor and others, has the goal of providing engaging resources for teachers and students. We looked at what was being offered at the state level here in California and in other states. In 2016, California updated its history social science framework for K through 12, and in September of 2020, adopted the California State Seal of Civic Engagement, which is awarded to students who demonstrate excellence in civics education and participation, and an understanding of the United States Constitution, the California Constitution, and the democratic system of government. Criteria for the award include successful completion of history, government, and civics courses, including courses that incorporate character education, but also voluntary participation in community service or extracurricular activities. Other states have developed similar projects. Locally, in Ventura County, we have seen a few sporadic acknowledgments of excellence in citizenship. And by citizenship, we do not mean only those who are legal citizens, but all the members of our community who are affected by our government and its policies, and who endeavor to make our communities better for all. Now we are exploring other options to engage all ages from kindergarten to adults. In March, we started a project via Zoom with a Girl Scouts troop of 9 and 10-year-olds in Simi Valley to help them earn their Inside Government Junior Badge in citizenship. It being Women's History Month, we began by sharing women in history that we thought represented active citizens. And then we asked the girls to present to us girls or women that they thought represented active citizens. The next step will involve learning about their local government, city council, school board, etc., and developing a presentation on an issue they want to help solve. In 2020, the Girl Scouts of America added Civics badges for all levels K through 12. We know that teachers are at capacity with their lesson plans and required curriculum, so we're looking for ways to partner with students in extracurricular activities, such as leadership clubs, social justice clubs, Junior States of America, etc. And there are community organizations that have young people working with them on issues important to these young people. League of Women Voters of New York City has partnered with a youth-led organization, New York Youth Civics Initiative, to reach students who want to go beyond marching for their cause and become advocates and activists to make a real change. It is important to meet all of these groups where they are and offer education and guidance on civic engagement. So here we are at what seems to be a timely and urgent issue. For many years, there's been a push for increasing STEM involvement, and currently at the federal level, we spend approximately $50 per student per year on STEM fields, yet we spend only 5 cents per student per year on civics. The Civics Secures Democracy Act of 2021 is a bipartisan bill to provide funding for civics education for the next 6 years. We have seen a growing division on what is considered appropriate civics and history education. Some see an attempt to radicalize our young, make our country's history seem weak, racist, non-traditional, non-patriotic. Others see it as encouraging curiosity, a discussion from different perspectives in a respectful manner, a critical analysis of our history, and applying those lessons to current issues. The Educating for Democracy roadmap actually encourages students to look at history and civics through many perspectives and to have civil and knowledgeable discussions about history and current events. The time is now, and we are ready to help educate and encourage civic engagement in our democracy. Thank you for allowing me to have this time to present, and I hope to inspire you to join in and suggest ways of getting our communities involved in our democracy. As we say, democracy is not a spectator sport.